fall is here. It's starting to get kind of cool at night. 74 now. And last night it was down to 59. This time of year usually gets down into the 50s or 60s at night and 70s during the day. So it's still nice enough to have the windows open during the day, especially if it's sunny like it is today. But it's too cold to leave everything open at night. So what I do is I use these thermostat window fans almost exclusively. I don't really use any other fans at this point because you don't need them. And what I'll do is I'll set this thermostat to like maybe 1 o'clock during the day, and that'll keep it in like 72 somewhat degrees, somewhere around there. And then at night I turn it down to about 2:30, maybe, and that drops it down to about 65. And these things are far from accurate. You know, it probably got a good 5-degree temperature range on there. Plus the thermostat's somewhere in there in the plastic. It's not like it's in the room. So I don't think it really gets a good accurate reading, but it's good enough to keep the room from freezing at night. So when it drops down to, I don't know, 50 something degrees and I get up in the next morning, it won't be 50 degrees in the room. The fan will cut itself off before the room absolutely freezes out. And here I have this one. This has got the Digitan controls, which I don't particularly like. Oh, what I forgot to mention, what I also do is at night I usually close this other window and I just have that one open, because with this open, especially if there's a breeze outside, get a lot of air coming in still even if the fan is off. So if I close this window, I leave that open and I shut the door. Once the fan turns off, not much air circulates through, so it works out pretty well. Yesterday I woke up and the bedroom was right at 65 degrees and I got up and it was like 55 out. So it worked good. I do the same thing in here. I'll close this window up and then I'll just leave this one open on the top or on the bottom, and I'll shut the door, and it does the same thing. It keeps it right around, 60 something degrees. This one I set it to 65. I don't typically let it go during the day because the way the wind moves, the air is going out this window, and today it's pretty windy, so there's really just no need to have this on. So I'm going to cut this back off for now. But in the evening when the temperature starts to drop, I'll turn it on. And this runs a lot more than the one in the bedroom does, because there's equipment in here that's throwing off heat, and you got the video editing computer and the internet modem and so forth. So this one runs a fair bit. I have to say, despite the thermostat being inside the unit and exposed to the outside, it works okay. It's never exactly 65 degrees, but usually when I come in here it's around 65, plus or minus maybe 2 or 3 degrees. So it's not a work of precision, but it serves its purpose, which is to prevent the room from freezing at night. So really it works great. I don't remember what I did before these things. I must have just not used the fans at night, or I froze, I don't know. I got one more fan that I'm using in the bathroom here. This is the one that's always in the bathroom. I turn it off during the day when it's windy, because it's the same issue with the other one. The wind's blowing out this window, so it's not really serving a purpose. The thermostat ones are too wide to fit in this window, so I just put it on low when I go to sleep, and at some point in the night I'll get up to use the bathroom and I'll turn it off then. I don't really have too much of an issue with it getting that cold in here because it's open to the foyer, so the cold air just kind of goes out of here. I got to get the heater out soon though, in the next couple of weeks. I think the heater broke last year, so I may have to fix that. But anyway, so there's that. Those are the fans I'm using right now, just those 3 window fans. And then if it gets a little warmer, I'll use the ceiling fans, and that's good enough for this time of year, because it's not hot anymore. Unfortunately, the heat is over. It's 78 in here right now because this is a south-facing room, and the sun warms it up quite nicely. But that's it for this year's cooling season. It's on its way out.